I think I'm going to continue with Slay the Spire Waifu Edition. This seems like a fun thing to keep doing. At least until we, beat the game for how many times it's beaten us, right? It's been a little rude so far. Next up is Gate, apparently. So again, random 75. Oh, we got some decent ones, although I'm not happy with One Punch Man. I don't know what he is. So, well, I mean, we can't not, right? At least not yet. For a while I keep doing this this new content stuff. Because I want to see the new boss, actually. I haven't seen all bosses yet. Okay, so... what are our options? In Gensokyo, I believe that the elites are actually a lot weaker than in the standard Spire, and we have a really good path with up to 3. I'll take that path. Now the question is, should I take 3 question marks or 2 question marks? Or 1 question mark. I think we should take the 3 question marks, because that's the only way to get to the elite fire elite. Which might mean not enough. If they're all non-fights, that might mean not enough cards and things. So I am inclined to choose one of the 2 options that gives us a card. I'm going to either transform 2. Look at our series. We have Seraph as an option, so I think we should transform. 15 damage is significant. I will transform a defend and a strike, I suppose. What did we just get? We got Crowley, which is really much better than a strike. As well as Roy, who is a lot weaker than Crowley is. In general, right? I mean, 6 damage for 2 instead of 16. This number is just too low, really. I mean, he just does channel fire for each enemy, but that ends up being an additional 2-ish damage. He also deals more damage for every card you've exhausted this turn. But I mean, that's, not... Like, if it was the whole battle, it might be okay, but like, the number on this is... This number is so small that this doesn't make up for it, really, unfortunately. Typically, at least, right? I mean, I don't know, like, I guess stacking fire does increase your damage over time. But it's kind of hard to really utilize it very well. Well, we can do that. Draw a card. I can make this vulnerable. And that's about it. I think just hitting it for 16 is better, though. We'll just sort of do that instead. And, we get stats, I suppose, which we'll immediately lose. Can we... Now we've got fire. Great. We'll take 9 damage here. Which does not seem like it... Ooh, we can't. Does this work? Yeah, it does. Cool. Okay, got him down. Problem, we've got half health. And we have a while to go before we get to the campfire. So hopefully we get some things that actually give us health back. Oh, we can encounter a random event. Oh, we can choose. So we can get the fight and elite immediately. I mean... There are some events that heal you, right? This might just kill us if I go for an elite. I think I'll go for a random event. Ooh, that's a really good event. I want the slash. And the reason for that is that this counters this particular elite fight. The hardest one, right? Cyrano. Don't expect me to hold back. Yeah, well, she doesn't, right? She's pretty good. We practice with Yomu. Yeah, there we go. I want to heal. Yes, well... Take one of each twice a day, every 3 days over the course of 4 weeks. Okay. Dead patients don't bring in money. Well, we'll have to remember that. One of each twice a day, every 3 days for the course of 4 weeks, huh? Yes, well. Oh, I mean, we get to lose all that health immediately if we want. I could lose 15 of it, and I don't think that's bad. We could just remove 2 strikes. I don't think this is doable though. I think that's too greedy. There we go. So now, most of our deck is actually really good. Like we get to, yeah. Skills only repeat. I mean, we can't. 6-8. He's dealing 13. So this is enough to walk, and hopefully we kill here. Which seems to be the case. Okay, so these are all attacks. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those already. We don't particularly need attacks. That's a nice part, right? We basically what we did in the first act, in the first 5 rooms, is we replaced almost all our strikes with somewhat better attacks, right? We have a sort of bash, a 16 damage attack, an area of effect attack. Yes, I replaced all my attacks with these upgraded things, and I was wondering if we should take another or not. For purposes of killing elites in the first act. If I take another, the deck becomes a little more bloated, but it does make it much easier to deal with Aya, for example, or Cirno even. I could take an Alexander to make Cirno even easier. I think I will. Now there are 2 cards in the deck that can really deal well with that fight, which seems amazing to me. Because it's the hardest one, right? I mean, we don't roll it. We roll Futatsuba no Tatsuba. And she's the easiest one, actually. So we can just burn that artifact charge. I guess we deal 9 damage and not 6. So I could just trigger it here. Or I could take a bit of damage and not trigger her and get fire going. Right, we'll deal 2 damage with that. And yeah, which is perfect because now I get to channel even more fire. And the more passive damage we have, the easier the Tamiki Disguiser will become. Because she has this turn where she will basically negate your regular attacks, but she won't negate all the, well, the random stuff, right? The nonsense that the Animator pulls. Now, do I want one of these cards? I think I do, because they're all not that great. So I'd rather pull them out of my deck rather than draw them next turn. Right? 6 damage doesn't seem like it's amazing. I'd rather deal 12 damage and get even more fire going. I said I wasn't too enthused about that card, but it turns out it's pretty good. Let's just block for a bit here. I mean, this thing is hitting for 20. Give it some vulnerable and then hit it for 16. And we trigger her effect again, but look, because of all of the burning on it, even though she's trying to go to the next phase, she can't. Because the burn will take care of her. Right? You only need a very small amount even of poison or burn or whatever you have, you know, non-regular damage in your deck. If you have any non-regular damage at all, this fight is a pushover, right? I don't know, this fight should probably be a little harder. I think you could easily give her an additional 20-30 HP. Or, you know, yeah. As well, I'll give her the full Lagavulin effect instead of half of it. And it would still be quite an easy fight because of the fact that she just doesn't attack as often as a regular elite does. And as long as you have, you know, non-regular damage, which, I mean, the animator's not really fair at that because it's so good at it. We could take a Riku and exhaust more things. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that key off exhaust. And this is a way to exhaust target card. Yeah, let's do it. Now, I think I have to heal at 11 HP. I think it's too risky to take a fight at 11. Especially in Elite. So, the Reporter of Fantasy, I love how they changed it from, you know, Shami Mariah to actually some title instead. Oh, we all know that this is Aya, but yeah. So if I play Alexander, I could use Michaela to play it again. You know, getting rid of her. So she has only 74 HP, but she's really tanky actually. She's got evasive, which negates every third attack. Now, if we punch through her effect, she will lose the strength she's trying to give herself. So this, I used to believe that you couldn't do that, and that made the fight real scary. But since you can, it's not as scary because you can reduce her damage to 16, which is a lot more reasonable than 22, just in general. So I would like to do Tuka to draw a card. I could do this as well to draw another, and it doesn't matter which way we play things. So I could exhaust something in order to motivate, but then I can't play this. I think I want to deal 19 damage to it. In general, I don't think we can keep up with her. I mean, she's got... Well, she only deals like 16, right? Maybe we can. Well, she's going to do a negative effect as well. I believe she's going to frail us. Let's just hit her for 19 and get a strength and a dex as well. Yeah, oh, she's going to weaken us. Yeah, that's probably even worse. Just keep attacking, keep increasing the stats, and draw another card next turn. Now, I could do that to draw. I could do this to draw again. Hey look, Crowley's back. Right, now we get 2 decks and 2 lockbacks. As long as we can keep playing Crowley every turn, we should. Because it's going to, you know, slowly, every couple turns, boost our stats. While at the same time, this thing just increases its own damage by, you know, 3. Which is not insignificant. This is actually sort of a really nice card for Act 1. As long as you have a small deck, you can just keep playing it over and over. Let's see if we can get... we can't. We can get our hands on a Yuichiro, and I really want that, because it's got Demon Form on it. And that would basically solve the boss fight. Okay, let's keep going. Get a meat on the bone, which I'm really happy with, because it's a good amount of sustain. We hopefully can do a couple smiths. Oh, we got another... Nice. We don't even get the fights here now. I mean, cue me adding 2 cards into our deck specifically to deal with Cerno and then just not countering it. But, you know, they might be useful for other fights. They're really not, though. Yeah, let's just exhaust that. It's not our best card. You know, want to draw? Because all our best cards are actually in our draw pile. Well, so we got Shion's Dessert, which is, you know, just brilliant, actually. That card, or that relic is really good. Getting a free Noxious Fumes? That seems ridiculous. So again, she can't, right? I guess we can play the Alexander, just get rid of it. Wait, choose 2 cards? Wait, what? Why did it say choose 2 cards? Choose and obtain 1 of 2 cards. Why did it say choose 2 cards? I mean, I'll channel a dark, but that was weird. Did you see that? It's not quite what it should be doing. Strange. Let's just destroy this defend. Because basic defense aren't really good here. Good enough here. We don't quite have the damage we had last time. We don't have the ridiculous fire going. Although, we're starting to get it going. Unfortunately, I keep drawing the Crowley at the wrong time, so we get hit by the -1 strength. Shield's Reserve, though, by itself wins the fight for us, so it's fine. We get to punch through, and then she doesn't even get to... Typically, I don't even see her second form, right? Her Gremlin Gnome form. Which is probably not what you want. Like, it's cool to see all 3 forms, but typically it's just like, yeah, a single sentry and then a Lagavulin fight. A nerfed Lagavulin fight. Like, heavily nerfed in 2 different ways, right? The first way it's got nerfed is because having it do its non-power turn on the second turn makes it easier, and having much less health on it makes it easier. The sentry phase is a cakewalk. Yeah, she has a couple days of 0 deck, but it's like, yeah, it's not hugely concerning. So we got Pride. So Pride just applies Constricted and channels Dark. This is an insanely good card, not because of Constricted and Dark, but because it blocks for so much. If you get, like, it seems that this is a small upgrade, right? But it's a massive upgrade. This blocks for 24. Right? It blocks for 12 without the upgrade. It blocks for 24 with it. If you already got a Dark Orb though in your deck, then it can block for a stupid amount. Right? If you have any sort of thing that can give you a Dark Orb, which we generated unfortunately, but yeah, we should keep a lookout for anything and give us Dark Orbs. I will of course immediately upgrade this because it doubles the block on it. So we can upgrade 2 random cards or heal 26. I will upgrade 2 random cards over upgrading 1 chosen card. We also have to pay a little bit. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. Welcome! What can I do for you? You gave me money. I want a blessing. If you have the money, of course, yes. Pay for blessings. I mean, it seems fair. Oh, we got a fight. This is actually our 3rd fight, so we just get a regular fight, which is kind of funky. Yeah, we'll just... Maybe we want to kill this first, even though it's not attacking me. Why, you say? Because this thing puts lots of burns into your deck, and it puts them on top, right? So... it's actually fairly scary. Just exhaust this burn. You can do that. And sometimes exhausting a status card generates more statuses. But typically with Riku, exhausting a status card just gives you random cards. So you can just get, you know, block cards and things. Also, we have a letter opener, which apparently is a valuable thing to have. So why is this not dead yet? I don't know. Now it's very, very, very dead. Just hitting the wrong thing all the time. Oh, they're still fine. We get to have a Kuron, which is a decent card actually, with all of our exhaust effects. We'll probably be able to trigger this. And then finally, I think we can just Smith for this boss. I don't think this boss is too dangerous here. I could take Crowley up to 18. But this is not a good upgrade, right? I mean, it would make a lot more sense if it had less scaling and upgrade would give it more. But just 2 damage on it. I mean, the haste is okay. But you know, if you draw this, you're not particularly looking to draw more of that turn. At least not yet. And we just don't have the energy to pay for this and another card. Right? We only have 3 energy. I think I'll upgrade this. It gives you another choice. It's a pretty good upgrade, actually. So here we can already start using exhaust effects. So we get ourselves a resist. I mean, I could do this. The card we get is discounted by 1. So I think this is okay. We have 12 block with our just regular defend. And then we can just discard a card and we get to draw a card next turn. Which is fine on a 2-cost attack, right? It doesn't really do much. It's just basically, this basically just reads deal 16 damage mostly. And I guess there's the, you know, you can get a stance once. If you synergize it, which is pretty hard to do with a 2-cost card typically. So I think we should start playing Crowley every time we see it. You know, if we can exhaust this, that would be very nice. But that might not be too doable. So we don't add too many days into our deck. Yeah, I mean, permanent 3 damage every turn seems fair enough, as well as 2 Dark Orbs. Like, that by itself is already good, let alone the defense effect on it. Pride's a good card. So... yeah, this has, like, the first time we playing attack, we get 2 infected wounds. So, I do think I want to try to exhaust this with Alexander. Just, it plays it, yes. I also get to either Mice Huge, who comes free, which is really good. Or you can get a Mitsuba, but that will trigger the wounds and we'll only get 2 block. This turn at least, right? Because, yeah, the wounds will come in. It's better to do that. I don't think I can trigger the letter opener again. I can trigger this and take 6. I don't think so. I'll just sort of take 7 here. I'll activate Meat on the Bone for what it's worth. Unfortunately, I don't get to. This is retained, but there's something to be said for just playing the Roy Mutang here. We do have a duplication potion. I kind of want to keep this damage going that I've got. And trying to get these orbs down would be a good way to do that. So we can't use Michaela to exhaust any hindrances here. But maybe I can do something like exhaust and burn. And we could channel some kind of skill. And then we can trigger a Dark Orb. Also we go into Inform, which is not ideal. It's actually a disadvantage of this card. This is not a very good card, but I mean I just use it to channel, go through a Dark Orb. In general that, yeah, I skip a turn, I'll take the 6 damage there. So now she goes through the Mask of Hope. Yeah, I mean, this boss could do with some more health, to be honest. She's got all these cool masks and phases, but you basically almost never see the final phases of this fight. Which are the fun phases, right? I mean, the first few phases, she doesn't really do all that much. She kind of like gets, you know, defense, and heals herself for 15 HP, right? Like 15 is not enough, really. This boss is kind of... It used to be much scarier because you could only attack really once. It was really a hard restriction. Now it's a soft restriction, which still, you know, you can quite easily deal with this boss. Now, like, you know, if you just look at this, right? I mean, she's got 19 HP left. We'll get her before the end of the Mask of Hope. After this, she's got 2 more masks, right? She's going to go through at the minimum. The next mask is a mask where she starts gaining a lot of strength, and then the final mask is a mask where she starts doing multi-attacks, right? And then you actually have to have killed her. But you never get to see her in range timer, right? This is sort of a boss that has that as a point. It's similar to Hexaghost in that matter, but it's much slower than Hexaghost because you've got like how many masks? 1, 2. This is her third, I believe. Right, so this is already turn 9. Hexaghost gives you 6 turns to kill it and has about the same HP. This boss gives you 12 turns, right? So it should have maybe like 350 HP instead of 240. I'd imagine, like, Yukari's pretty scary, but Kokoro, yeah. I think from experience I could say that Kokoro probably could have more health. So you could experience all her phases more, right? I mean, it might be that this character is just really good at dealing damage, but I don't really think so. Is this an insane deck? Not really, right? It was sort of slowly took care of her. I mean, we did have Shion's Dessert, which sort of helps. Get a false life potion. Do I want that over duplication? I don't think so. Ooh, we get a fitted battery, which is really good. Also Pina Colada, but Pina Colada is sort of like only helps Tuka. Not the best thing. Yeah, it's like a much worse version of Echo Form. Right, Echo Form works on every card. This just works on 0 costs, which is not good enough, really. It was 0 or 1 cost, perhaps it could be good, but 0 cost, not really. And it has 6 block on the upgrade, which is neat. This has got 2 block and haste on the upgrade, which, you know, you typically don't really need if you have a 2 cost card. I think haste upgrades on 2 cost cards are sort of weird. I'd rather just have like -1 energy cost, to be honest. That would be much more useful than a haste upgrade. Because like if I'm going to play it, I mean, I guess, right? I could more easily forego playing the power and play a defend. Instead, it's typically not what you want to do. Especially not with that power, right? In general, it's so good. So we get to... I mean, Coffee Dripper? Perhaps? With meat on the bone, it might be good enough. Especially since we're playing with Seraph. Like, if we just find a crawl, we'd be good, right? I'll take a Coffee Dripper. The other options were exhaust 2 or 3. Exhaust 3 and get 3 random upgraded. We have exhausted most of our strikes. So the cards we will exhaust will be 2 defense and actually an upgraded one, which is okay-ish, but not insane. And the other option was to not have enemy intense, which, considering I'm playing Gensokyo and I don't know all the bosses yet, that effect is not quite as good as it would be in the regular game for me. At this point in time, right? At this point in time. Oh, we have access to the super shop early. Does that preclude giving me access to a lot of question marks in this act? Because there's some really good ones I would like to do. Not really. Where are the elites? The elites include Denshi, which is super scary and ultra deadly. Koishi, who is a lot of fun to play against. Okay and balanced, I say. And finally, there's... what's the last one again here? Oh yeah, it's the rabbit girl, who's kind of the weakest of the 3. I used to think she's pretty strong, which is not really. Like, her exhaust effect is whatever, it's actually helpful most of the time. Okay, so I want to play this because I can steal health from enemy with every card I exhaust, and then we just exhaust as many cards as possible, I guess. Like, I'll exhaust this Kuyabayashi, and hopefully get something that's... oh, look at that. Maybe we can get the feed. Let's do that. I don't think so. We don't have enough strength in this deck. You got like 5 turns to kill it, and then we have to kill it exact seas. That seems a little hard to do, right? We can gain and then boost. Right. That gains us 1 strength. And then gain 2 block. And I guess play the Michaela to exhaust things. Like, just defend. Yeah, we'll steal more, and even more. Look at that. Right. Pride will block everything. So, can we try to maybe... I want to reshuffle, because it makes it very likely we'll draw Antoma next turn. It'll go to 14 and then to 11. If I could, I maybe should hit it. I don't know. It says at the start of each turn, right? So that's already passed. So it will take 9. And that's it, right? There's no... I mean, if I do this, I do exhaust a card, right? So it'll take 9, go to 11, then take another 9 and go to 2, but then the 2 from Fetid will kill it. So we can't play you. I could play you, though, and the enemy should go down to 1. I mean, I'm afraid of all these random effects on it. I could just play this for 10 damage. And it will take 9. And we should be fine? Question mark? Yeah, it's at 1. Exactly. Okay, gain 2 max HP. Nice. It's like, wait, right? When you discard a card, gain 4 block. I don't know why this is once per turn. It could just be not once per turn. There are really not a lot of effects that... I mean, Kuron discards 2 cards, I suppose, right? We have that. There's like 1 card in our entire deck that gives us 4 block with this extra. Which is, you know, it's alright, but it's not... No, I don't really want to be discarding a bunch of cards all the time. There's Berserker, who gives us a lot of strength. But on the other hand, doesn't really do much else. It's also got a pretty low number for a 3-cost attack, I've got to be honest. Sure, you get into a strength stance, right? Gaining yourself typically some strength, but the cost of focus index. No. Yeah, that's a no. Okay, Genbu Ravine. We'll get to interact with Nitori a bit here and see if we can get some stuff. So there are lots of things we can buy here. Oh. Interesting, we can get a colorless fragment. There's a strange spoon, which... I mean, we could use that to use Riku and keep the card, but we want to exhaust things, right? Whenever a card is exhausted, it does a thing. So I think Strange Spoon is actually not good for us. Brimstone gives us a lot of strength. I mean, it's very smorky. It will also kill us, probably. I would imagine. Like, do we have access to series which can give us magical armor? We don't, I believe. No, Elsword could. But that's basically the only one, I believe. So we'd be looking for one specific card, or we're dead against the heart. I don't think so. Right? So that's another... There are lots of things in this shop, right? We have to sort of go by process of elimination. So no and no. What's the next option, right? What about medical kit? I'm just going for the things that seem bad, right? And see if, you know, we can find some use for it. We have to, like, open the shop every time again, which is annoying, but it's just... The interface is not good. Wish it was better, but it isn't. But if you do this, then that happens. Which is sort of annoying when you have to look at cards when you're thinking about relics and things. We don't really have anything that adds statuses to our deck. I mean, there are bosses and things that do, but overall, taking it just for that is not worth it. So that leaves a data disk, which gives us a focus. We're not using orbs all that much, but it does help with one of our strongest cards that makes it better, right? It turns one of our cards, what's it, Pride, from 24 block into 28 block. One of our 17 cards. I mean, yeah, that's okay, right? It's an okay purchase. I mean, if we find more Dark Orbs, then it becomes even better. So that's fine. Also, it helps our Fire Orbs, where we have a character that gives Fire Orbs. Get more focus. Every 3 combats receive improved card rewards. Chance to contain colorless cards. I mean, that by itself could be really good. Together, these 2 relics cost us 295, which leaves us with 53 damage, the 53 gold. Let's have a look at the cards, right? 53 gold. It's the Loch Ness monster, deal 5 damage 6 times. Okay, get woman, apply 98 weak to all enemies. Do we have a good source of weak? Because this, I mean, it costs 200 gold, where we would not be able to take this. We would be able to take a data disk with it, though. So there's that, right? We'd also be able to just take some of this stuff, right? I mean, I could take all of these. We've got 17 cards in our deck. We'll just fill them up with like these evolved cards. These are really good, right? 200 gold, 300 gold, upgraded card, rare card, and then random relic. Like all of that together for like almost no money. I mean, you do have to invest in it, but we just have to get some easier fights. We get 1 easy fight at the start. And you just get 1 more from the hard pool, and then we have to play most of the things in that. We have a really strong deck, so it might be okay to just take a couple of those things. They purge and don't exhaust, I believe. Yeah, they purge, so you don't get the benefit of the exhaust effect on them, unfortunately. I mean, I do think it's okay, right? If I take Gap Woman, because I really want to take Gap Woman, it seems so good for us. It's an exhaust effect. So I'm going to take it. I'm just going to click that. That's just going to be one of the things we take. It's a really expensive card. I could take either a data disk or a couple of these things. I'll take a couple of these things. So let's see. I'll take a shovel or random relic. I'll take you because you're cheaper and have more gold on it. And then we can take either an upgraded card reward or a rare card reward. Rare cards with Animator are really always amazing. So we'll take the training manual. Also, the training manual just has Evolve 1 instead of Evolve 2, so it's much easier to play. And then I could take Tarnished Gold. Or a Reactive Armor. Which gains us a lot of block. For the next few fights, to deal with the fact that we have these 3 in our deck. Rusty Chest might be hard to play. We only have 4 energy. Yeah, we'll take a Reactive Armor. We'll be able to... Oh! Bit lag. Well, that was a network error. Oh! I see what happened. I was downloading a different stream in the background and it just completed. Well, let me just save that. Does that even fit on my disk? I did clean it up, so I should be able to do that. Okay, good. Well, so we can continue. Anyway. Yeah, that does work. Hopefully. I'll check that later. Yeah, so let's just leave. Yeah, I prepared. I'm ready, I think. We hope. Right? I hope I made the right choices. It's pretty difficult, that shop. Right. So I want to get this power going. And this is a really scary fight for us, actually. Should I be using a potion? I think I should. Let's just have our best card appear twice, so we drain 4 every time instead of... Alright, now we'll just use the shuffle. Because these are going to hit very hard, and I want to get some temp HP up before they do. Because we have a lot of random damage that I just can't really do anything about. It's like ideally... Well, that helps for this turn anyway. Right, yeah. Like we get to steal a bunch of temp HP from them, and then when they enrage, hopefully it won't kill us. I mean, I could do the rusty chest, but I don't think I want to. Right, that seems better. Hopefully we draw it again, so we can actually use it this fight. So yeah. You have anything that draws? Really? Can I kill next turn? And if I do that for sure, right? Then we'll die from the fire orbs, even if we draw pathetically. And we did end up drawing not what I wanted. I wanted either the rusty chest or the training manual, but we didn't get to draw either. Do we have a way of... we have gate and gate, right? So I could do this. An attempt to draw, but using synergy, but we didn't again. We'll just kill it then. Oh, we have no choice, right? Let's try one instead of, because we're really looking for a particular card and we're not finding it. So instead, I want to add another Michaela. I mean, another Mitsuba would be good because it has an HP on it. Mitsuba's an okay card, actually. Is it still good enough at this point? Yeah, because it has an exhaust effect on it, right? When exhausted, draw 2 cards. Sure. I mean, it gives you a attack and block, right? In fairly good amounts. Max HP is reduced for 50% for our next boss, and we get a shooting star, which is really strong. The boss we get to fight is Kaguya. Can we deal with Kaguya with 50% HP loss? Does Gap Woman work on Kaguya? I don't know. I think it may, because her strength does stay when she resurrects. I don't know about other debuffs. I don't know about poison and other things. Does that all stay? No, actually, I think it doesn't. Huh. Well, we'll try. Yeah, it's quite interesting. A history of stimulated violence. Yeah, well, these are some scary individuals, I suppose. Also, cute little thing to notice is that 1, 2, 3, 4, all of the act bosses of this act are in this picture, right? And then you have one of the elites of this act. The rest of them are not elites of this act, though. This is an Act 1 boss. This is just an event. This is also an event. This character is an event. I haven't seen Utsuho for anything. Maybe she's Act 3 boss. Could be. So yeah. Do I want to do an elite when I still have a deck full of shovels and stuff? I don't think so. So we'll just go ahead and do an event instead, which is a regular fight, which is kind of perfect for us. So yeah, let's get rid of the training manual so that we'll get next turn draw a card or this. We'll go ahead and attack the Galoop. I think the Galoop is the scariest enemy here. Of course, all our effects are going to hit that thing instead. So we'll do Riku in order to choose Blizzard Priest, I think. because it says 9 block on it. And then we'll motivate a thing. We'll crush and slash, which happens twice. And then we'll even get our letter opener. That's a strong turn right there. Still get to take 6 damage though. I mean, blocking is not this character's forte. We've seen that. Dig. Or that. I mean, we're taking 5, 7, 17. I think we ought to draw. There you go, that helps. 8, 10, 19. And shovel. Another plonk, yeah. Pride. Right, in particular, let's exhaust a thing, like a defend or... Yeah, defend. We don't take any damage because of pride. And we did not get... Can we block enough? No, we can't. Okay, just kill it then. I like these potions, actually. I'll keep them. We can get another Crowley, which surely seems good. Also another Tuka seems okay. Like, I don't want too many of those. So far, though, 2 of them seems fine. Take another Crowley, too. Let's get the potion. We got some good cards here, right? Crowley and Tuka. I want to remove some of these basic, like, defense, I suppose, at this point. It's kind of crazy that we're removing defense already. Do I want to go for this floor? Where's like... We do have sustain, right, in the form of a Shion's, in the form of a meat on the bone. Just saying Shion's Desert. Now that doesn't compute. Which this path does do, but so does the left path, and I can choose whether I want a camp or an elite, depending on, you know, if these are fights or actual events. Let's go this way. Also, events, right? Act 2 events. You want those. This is annoying. Yeah, this fight is nasty. Draw first. So I should exhaust the thing and hope we hit Fetid, I think. Choose 1 card. Not this is this message. Let's just give ourselves some temp HP. This is just 1 point. Motivate. Oh, we hit the right thing. Nice. Okay. We're good. I mean, yeah, we hit the wrong thing twice with this, but can't stop that from happening all the time. Go get a shovel, which is a random relic. Do we immediately get that? I think we do. Hey, paper frog. Nice. Okay. Let's just try to get through this Tanuki dog. We're getting there. The mirror is being annoying, but can't do anything about that. We can sort of do that to the mirror. And then... I mean, if I Crescent Slash, the mirror is going to hit me very hard. So I can't Crescent Slash, question mark? Or can I? We do have Pride going, right? Yeah, we do have Pride going. I think we can. Like the thing will... Yeah. The Pride will block for more though. 7 and then another 12, so 19. So we can just ignore the fact that we have this reactive armor and keep it for the next... Yeah, see? This will work. And then we can play the Gap Woman and play the Yuchiro, which we haven't even exhausted even once. It's kind of funny. Well, that sometimes works out. And then it's just dead. And we get meat on the bone. Get the regen potion. Do I want that over an artifact potion? Can we abuse artifact in any way? Not currently. I think I do want the regen potion over the artifact potion because, like, it's health. There's a lobby, which is like the one card I was talking about, which could give us enchanted armor. It does put up us on a little clock, but that's a minor concern. The enchanted armor it does is far more valuable than whatever damage you take from it. We can add an Ulil to our deck if we want to for 7 max HP. With a 24 card deck, I don't think that's worth it. I mean, Ulils are cards like this, right? We could get another Catwoman, or we could get something like Men in Black. Men in Black would probably be the best card we could get. Like a single apparition for 7 max HP, right? But a kind of slightly worse than that, but it has retain. It's better than apparition, I suppose. Men in Black's really good. The other one's not so much, right? So it's like, do we want a rare gamble on Men in Black? No, not really. Right? Like, our deck's pretty good, so I don't think we need this to high roll. Like, previous time I picked this event, right? Because we kind of needed the high roll. Now this is a high roll. I will take 4 of a kind for 22 HP. Thank you very much. This is great. All the power you could ever want for just a little bit of blood. Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of blood. That seems a great deal. You stumble away from the bloodshed 4 times. So what this does is something absolutely ridiculous because, you know, obviously, right? That's the point of this sort of event, this sort of character. Yeah. It makes you play things multiple times. And not just once, but it increases the effect of all copies of this card, but it can only be played once a turn. If you can get any way of making more taboos, or if you have any way of getting them back from your graveyard, which the Animator does have in a few cases, though we don't have any of the series that have that effect on them, unfortunately, you can go pretty nuts with this. Also, if you get this in combination with some of the Urban Legend cards, those can also really work well. Let's try to get the Rusty Chest out of here. We only have Rusty Chest left, actually, of our improvement cards, which is 300 gold in it. Let's go face an Elite with our super powered deck. I think we can handle that. Unfortunately, the low max HP makes Meat and Bone kind of hard to use. You can get a question card, or you can get a key. I'll take a question card. I think it's still good. We will still probably pick another 10 or so cards, so you'll see another 10 cards from that. I can just give you 99 weak. Yeah, why not? This is sort of similar to the silent card that exists. I'll exhaust its defend. See how amazing this is? I mean, I kind of didn't draw a card here, which I managed to do. I get to draw one anyway. There's a synergy. That's okay. We won't get to take any damage, so it's okay. Okay, so first taboo, right? So we get to play a card twice if we want to this turn. So I can just Crescent Slash in order to deal a stupid amount of damage. Then we taboo something. And I guess we get to taboo Crowley. In that case, I would want to go down to 21 in order to heal back to 33. And we could try to range that. Alright, for now, let's earn a little bit of block. Like, we want to take 6 more damage here. For now, let's just use the Rusty Chest. I'll deal 6 damage to it. We want to try to take 6. This deals 8 and 9. I could play a taboo and play something 3 times. What do we play 3 times? Play Michaela 3 times to just exhaust all of the slimes and stuff. Gain 6 temp HP. I think we just go for her at this point. I don't need your Mind Shatters. We have enough cards in our deck to just survive this effect of yours. So now we're taking how much damage still? 8 and 9, 17, 6, what we have, 11. I want to take 6, so we should get 5 block. Perfect, there's 5 block. It's unfortunate. We can't play the last one. No, we can play this one still, so we still can do something 4 times. It's fine. Yeah, we'll pass the turn here. We'll be able to kill it next turn. And now we'll take 6 damage on purpose, so we activate Meat on the Bone. And then we'll play Taboo 4 of a Kind and play 4 copies of Alexander because that's, you know, fair and balanced. And then we get a Mummified hand, which is, you know, awesome. You know, 4 of a Kind, play a power twice, and then get 2 cards free. I want some draw. I want some draw. Okay, so Shinoa here can give us weak, but we have a source of 99 weak, so we don't particularly need her. She also gets vulnerable, but we have a source of vulnerable. I don't know if Shinoa's good enough. It's not a card I want to play like 4 times particularly much. And it's got 9 block on it, so I mean it does have... It's a little bit better than Defend, I suppose, right? It's a bit iffy, right? Do I want to take her 4 times? I do want some more cards in the deck. We are going to remove these 2. Like Rusty Chest is gone next time. And we need to have about, you know, 6 or 7 cards per taboo, ideally. So we don't draw both of them in the same hand all the time. So we're looking at wanting to have about 30 cards, and we're looking to want to remove some more as well. Although we can't afford to right now. It's a tough decision, isn't it? It's also got 24 gold on it. That's not insignificant, actually. You've got me convinced with that gold. Okay, let's just play double Ferret, right? Here. I could play Pride and take care of this turn, but I'd rather play double Ferret. Also, we have Mummified hand, so, you know, like, we can just sort of do the ridiculous thing here. We didn't even need Pride. But apparently it's healing us for some reason. I don't know why, but it is. We get a gate here. I want to draw a card here. I think I want to kill that little slime there. Okay, we get the taboo, which is great. I'll place Shinoa twice or 3 times or whatever. And then play Alexander to kill the little slime so it doesn't buff the big slime. I don't know how big the buff is. It should be really big. If it was me, I would make it really big because it's really easy to kill that tiny slime. So we get to play Crowley like 4 times, which will just kill this thing. Yeah. Also, apparently, unlike in regular Spire, if a card boosts a thing here, you get the boost in between the plays. So its damage was actually scaling as it was being copied. Do we still value Crawl? It will only happen like once or twice at this point. Maybe not, right? Maybe we'll look for No Game No Life because it's really good support cards and there's some really good powers in there. Yeah, like Sora, for example, would be nice to duplicate. If we can get Shido out of our deck with it, right? Then we can duplicate Shido, which means having stupid amounts of energy. We didn't get the draw, but that's okay-ish. I think there you can actually just pick draw effects there. Let's upgrade it. I mean, I can upgrade that, but it's already valuable. Nor is that. This gets 2 block on it, right? I know it also gets haste, but... Oh, that actually draws you cards, right? Yeah, let's take that. Because, like, we have a Mummified hand. We actually can benefit from that. Oh, roll another battle. So, I can just do Taboo Ferret again. Which, that's such a strong thing to do, right? Apply some stuff to all our enemies, and then hit that thing. Exhausted. Stealing 4 life. Yeah, we're going off. This deck has a chance. A small chance, but it has a chance. That's all we need. I don't want a taboo here. I don't want a taboo a thing. Let's just taboo a defend. They got them. Keep stealing their health, because why not? Play the other taboo. Oh, we can't. Right? We can only play one a turn. But thankfully, it will exhaust itself, which is actually what I want. This will steal 4 HP. Like, it's actually better for us to have our taboos ethereal than not to. Yeah, sometimes you won't get to play him. But, you know, neither here nor there, right? This just will gain us a bunch of strength, which is really nice, really sweet. I will not do the named card, but this, because I know that I'll get some kind of strike from it, which I will always be able to play. Well, with the named card, you might just get a bunch of 3 costs and not be able to play one. There we go. Killed it. There's no point in lowering our HP in order to meat on the bone again, because we're at 33, which is the maximum we can be at for meat on the bone. So I could just not worry about it. I could add another Juichiro, we just seem to not be able to ever use it. I don't know. It doesn't seem necessary too much. On the other hand, if we can somehow... I mean, ideally we get the card that allows us to fetch things from our discard pile. If we can somehow fetch... kill this, right, exhaust this, fetch a Surumaru from our discard pile, and then play it using a 3rd or 4th taboo, we will get 3 or 4 demon forms at the same time, which would just be broken and win us the video game. So yeah, that's basically a thing we're probably going to be trying to do. So I'll add another copy of that. It seems value enough to be able to do that. I also have this regen potion for a boss fight, which is quite nice. Hey, we got the combo again. We keep getting this. That's just so nice in the first turn. Let's do this and see if we can get some good effects here. Oh, let's do some damage. I can apply to weak to enemies. That doesn't really do anything for this fight. These work via debuffs. I mean, they will eventually attack, right? So we should try to kill them before they actually do. Like that. We keep also... we keep skipping the reactive armor. That's fine. I want to skip that. So I could take a rusty chest. In fact, I will, because this turn is... I mean, should I, though? I can also just play Alexander 3 times. Which might be the thing we have to do. I do want the 300 gold. It's so much gold. Can we take this without dying, though? Like, it's iffy, right? This is definitely just going to work to... we just don't get the chest. Eventually we'll roll it with a power, right, in our hand, and then it will simply... it will simply get sent to 0 mana and then we're fine. Do we need another Dark Orb? I mean, Dark Orb is good with Pride. We might be adding too many attacks to our deck now, though. Like, if all our things are attacks, we won't be able to defend. Right? We have very few block cards. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, this is kind of a block card, right? 5, 6, 7, 8-ish, 9. Out of 31. That's not a lot. I don't want to add more attacks. Maybe this. I'm going to exhaust the Channel of Frost. Yeah. Let's add more block. Just keep smithing too. No reason not to. What do you do? You become 0 cost. Let's just smith Sora. Getting us 3 random effects instead of 2. Okay, so we get Kaguya. So Kaguya has a boss fight. Have we fought her yet? No, we haven't. Kaguya has 6 lives. So, you know, you think this boss has 63 health? What? It seems easy. I know, it's got 6 lives, so she's actually got 7 times 63. So that's a tiny bit more. That's 441 to be exact. If you can exact seize kill her every time, right? It's probably going to be more because of overkill damage. I also think she actually resets her debuffs every time. I could be wrong about that. She's also pretty strong with her attacks, right? And if you don't fulfill these requests, she will gain, what? 2 strength. Oh, it used to be 3. Well, that's nerfed. Also, if the quest is completed, you gain 1 strength. Well, that's, nice. So this fight got made a bunch easier. I don't think that was necessary, to be honest. Yeah, this was a pretty difficult fight, but it was not by far the most difficult, right? The most difficult fight is still the Byakuren versus, like the double battle, where you're like in between the 2 things battling. That's still the hardest fight above all the 3. Then you got Shikigeki, who's mostly just weird. I do think that that's fine in Curse of Balance, that you have 2 difficult boss fights that are actually numerically difficult, and then one that's technically difficult, where the challenge is rather in the playing of the boss fight, the playing of the fight, rather than the numbers. This is also a numerical check, right? And I guess that's what kind of upset people. It's like, But at High Ascension, I think things need to be a little tougher. I think Gensokyo overall, it plays well on Low Ascension, but it's not enough more difficult at High Ascension challenge, High Ascension players. I do notice that, especially some of the bosses are. If I compare this to Champ or Collector, actually Collector would be an apt comparison for this fight, right? Or Hyper Beam guy. Those hit harder than this fight, like quite a bit harder. So yeah, playing attack, skill, and power in the same turn. We can't do that this turn though. So we'll not. I will discard this because it just comes back, so it doesn't matter. And then I can do Michaela on this, which allows me to get an artifact charge, and then we'll warrior. We'll see if this week will stay, right? Yeah, I mean, we will try to make this entertaining. We don't get to play Fetid with Flanned though. Like, we have 4 Flanns in the deck and they're just all stacked up. It's not ideal. Just sort of do that. She's only attacking for 9? Really? That's pathetic. So we got our first taboo. So let's play that. I guess we're... do I do that on the... I don't think so. I think we'll do that in the defense. Also, we have only 21 HP because of our challenge that we took. A red star. So we gotta be a little careful here. In particular. Do we want to draw a card? There's a pretty high chance we'll draw a taboo. I really don't want to draw a taboo here. We can help it. Let's do that. That's Riku. Oh, we didn't even draw. Still no. It's a bit disappointing, really. There's our taboo. Have we completed the request yet? Yeah, we have. Okay, good. So we can just go for... so we get to play a card multiple times. I think I want to play a Riku multiple times. It's always fun. Because we get to exhaust a card multiple times. And then pick a bunch of things. And then trigger a bunch of effects from exhausting things. I wonder if we get to do this in the middle of things or not. I want to get a Michaela. That would be really strong for us. And then we get to exhaust this one here. Oh wow, we get a Madoka Magica card? We don't even have that series in our... How does that work? I guess Riku picks from everything. That's kind of neat. At the start of the turn you may discard a card to gain 5 block, huh? That's kind of neat. Also, you may enter X-Stance is kind of cute. But I think it's going to be Emiya here. Because it's free. I'll exhaust Gate Tuka here. We'll get another Riku. Why not? Keep going, right? And then we'll go here, exhaust a card in our discard pile, which will be Yuichiro here. We'll put a demon form in. Now, if we're lucky, we can get the demon form together with the taboo. But I don't think we can do that easily. unless we get to draw, and I think there might be a way to somehow, in a cute way, force that. No, that'll exhaust it. Okay, well then maybe not. Still, I mean, we gained 18 temp HP. I mean, we might get lucky and not draw one of our taboos. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So, yeah, we don't get to play a thing 3 times, unfortunately. Now, I don't want to take 20 damage, so let's just play a bunch of defense. You know, this one gets burnt, unfortunately. So we don't get 5 demon forms. It would have been hilarious, but we just don't get them. So what do we need to do still for the thing? Play 6 cards in a single turn. Apparently we've done that. I mean, that's not so surprising. I don't know what the next challenge is. Yeah, I would have loved to get this with... Okay, so what's the next challenge? It's draw 8 cards in a single turn. Well, I mean... probably not right now. Let's just gain more temp HP and gain some more agility, so we get some more dexterity. So just to prepare, really, right? Yeah, because we are losing these stats over time as well. We need to draw a bunch, which... I mean, I could draw 2 more here. Can we get there? We still have the living picture. And a shapeshifter will draw us, although this now won't. I mean, I can't play you in order to exhaust that and gain more strength, steal more things. Play you just to gain block and then play you to deal lots of damage. I think we will fail this request probably. Yeah, we've drawn 5. Although we get to draw a card here with this. But there's no way of... You get to get a Frost Orb. Yeah, we'll just exhaust another hindrance. You're going to gain some strength, Kaguya. I'm going to allow that. Deal 42 damage in a single turn. We need to be a little bit careful that we don't deal too much damage to her, so we can no longer do this request. So like, we'll just exhaust our lobby, I think. Unfortunately, we don't get any damage cards here. And we can no longer complete our quest. This is sort of what often happens with Jewel from the Dragon's Nest. It's pretty hard to do. Because often you get to, like with the Animator at very least, you get a bunch of random damage. Again, the Animator is very good at random damage. And that precludes, you know, this task. Now we get 34 block as a challenge. Again, that's also nearly impossible because we're blocking using temp HP mostly. So at this point the fight's going to get a little difficult for us. We're going to have to do the fight just using our demon form, really, mostly. I mean, yeah. This is the final one, right? Yeah. So I can just do that and play that card, and that should deal with it. Yeah, okay. We got her. Neat. And we get to, oh wow. We get to take Father or Borosh. I mean, like, lose 50% of your max HP, right? We have only 42. Maybe not that. But every power is played twice is such a good effect too. I'll take that, I think. Especially with a modified hand, and especially if we can somehow, yeah. And we get a shooting star. Which, you know, a shooting star can give us another taboo, right? That's the main thing, right? Getting more flans, so we can get 5 flans instead of 4, like, yes, right? So we get to transform 3 cards into a card series. Yeah, cool and all. We get to play Sozo, which will destroy our Entropic Brew, or we just get a Curse Key and, you know, take one Curse and get an energy. That seems like the better option. So let's continue our adventure in the Land of Illusions. Ooh, I want to know who this is. I haven't fought that boss, I think. Let's actually get there this time. So I want to do this. That precludes the Super Shop, unfortunately. Ultra Shop. Ultra Shop. I go here. So we have to take one of these three. I guess the one with the more events is good for us at this point. Like, regular fights, they don't really help us much anymore. Ah, we got killed by this last time, right? Mad boulders. Also, oh man. This is quite a bright background. Yeah. It's kind of... Kind of hurts the eyes a bit. I don't know what it is with this background. Yeah, just channel a lightning for each enemy seems good. Or a lightning, a fire, what we're talking about. So we can get these to curl up. Alright. And, you know, get ourselves a demon form. We get to chain that together. Not that that matters, we kind of did that in the wrong order, but I mean, we drew that last, right? So, can't really... Ugh, 2 4s of a kind, really? I mean, the annoying part is that I can't, right? Like, I can't. Although no, I can 4 of a kind lobby. Right, and then play Boros for 0, which seems really good. Got that. You can't be played though. -1. I've never seen that. That's weird. Wait, hold on. How does that work? I think we found a bug. we may have found a bug. Interaction. Funny, but no need. Okay, so we have 80 enchanted armor. We're also gaining 2 constricted to turn, so I might want to do something about that. Like, let's get 3 ferret ba or 4 or however many ferret ba 3s. Yeah, 4. Okay, cool. We have a lot of health now from that. So I get to choose a card here. Let's do that actually, because that'll give everything a little poison and fire and other things. Okay, now we get to keep. Yeah, like that. And then I get to kill one of them. Neat. I mean, I'm not doing the math because, you know, as long as it's not necessary, I'm not doing it. Pretty simple. I'm just trying to play things by ear a bit. So, can I do this? I'm just curious. No. Okay. I'd imagine I wouldn't be able to do that. No, it was a valiant attempt, right? Cheating our way into 300 additional gold. I was imagining that wasn't going to happen though. Oh, we got another when exhausted do a thing card. I mean, it does say block on it, and it is a 2-cost card, which does get, yeah, why not? I'm hoping more to exhausted than anything else. Ooh. Okay, so this is a fight where you fight Moko as Kaguya. And given the things we have, like last time we lost this fight, but given the potions and things we have a decent shot of it this time. Right? My mortal enemy and I fight to the death once more. She's drunk. Yeah. Shape, sizes, and unusual appendages. Nice. Also, you know, this is the fight we get to have. Ah, we get to play as the boss we just fought. So, we don't... Yeah, this character has an interesting deck, let's put it that way. So, we can put Everlasting Life on top of our draw pile and play it with Unhurried Mind. But we have 5, so we don't need to do that. Right. I could New Moon the other New Moon, which will allow us to play our whole hand. Although, this is draw 1 card if it's a skill gain 9 block again, right? So, if I New Moon the Everlasting Life, I know that it's on top and I can do this and gain 9 block again. I can then play the Everlasting Life in order to get over 60 something block. And we can do... we can discard this whole set of cards in order to start scaling this Buddhist Diamond a bit. Right, we want to get through the deck so we can play it again, I think. And then we'll just play 2 random cards. And then we get to discard a bunch of things. So I want to keep these Morning Mists. I think just one of them, and then the Horina Pot. I think we can be good with that. Honest Man's Death, 33. Okay, so draw 3 cards. We skill. We've got an attack in our deck. So what I want to do is I want to play Morning Mist to start off with, and we'll put what do I want to put on top of my draw pile though? Is it Buddhist Diamond? It could be. This 40 damage card. I think we just do that. And then get 7. Wait, hold on a second. Unlikely Aid allows us to draw a card from our master deck, which can be something really strong, right? We could get Gap Woman, for example, or Pride. How good's Pride here? 24 block. Right? Or Riku? What happens if we take Riku? Stuff is the answer. Probably not. Then I could take reactive armor. Nah, it wouldn't make work. Man. Yeah, I'd like to get an upgraded thing, but I don't think we can. I mean, no, that's not true. We can regen potion, right? So we should probably try to mitigate as much damage as possible. Oh, we get to choose, right? Like this. I mean, it's just probably Crowley, right? That's not really all that amazing then. Yeah. This isn't... This helps. Let's drink. Yeah, we can. Not neat. Maybe attack. Oh, you got 4 skills though. So we should try to... This is the perfect turn to block a bunch, but apparently we're just... Maybe I should remove these 2 burns. Yeah, that seems good. I will do so. Where is it? Just removing these 2 burns. There's one star. If I do that, I'll draw the Morning Star. I'll exhaust all our stars cards. Hit you for 40. I'll put a card on top of our pile. That's like the strongest card we could get. Probably 20 block, I would imagine. Or Lifespring Infinity, maybe. This could be more than that. Oh, look at that. Distilled Chaos might work here. Yeah, I'm trying to pull this off, but it's a difficult one. She's hitting very hard here. You can try though, and then perhaps get Lifespring Infinity to work. Yeah, like... I might want this. It's gonna cost me 2 to get that working. No, I don't think so. It's not a great one. Yeah, we just go 1 skill. Of course we draw all the attacks. Put all of them away. Because we want Unhurried Mind. So if we discard 4 cards, we'll get Unhurried Mind. Right, and then we get to play, put 2 cards on top. Which is really neat, because I can put just like a Thrusting Life on top, and like a 40 damage on top, and just hit you with both. There we go. We're doing some strategy here. It's working. Oh my god, 67. She's just hitting for us for an unfair amount though, which is not fun. Yeah, I guess we get to cycle our cards here, because that was not the best hand. Nor is this. Though, you know, this is free. If we attack this card this way. And I guess we play the top 2 cards of our draw pile. What do we do here? Oh, just scry 3. Okay, so... typically don't want any of these. Do you have any block? No. So all the block cards are in there. So this will block for a ton. We scry here, right? Yeah. So, I mean, that's fine. You're fine too. Let's discard that. With 40 block. And that'll do it. Yeah. That's fine. Okay, there we go. That helps. A little. Okay. I can put a card back on top and play it. Which is probably gonna have to be a Buddhist diamond. It's just double. So, do I have any chance of getting anything useful? We could get a Morning Mist and sort of manipulate our deck a bit more. No, we did not. I think that's fine though. We have to kill this. Crimson Watchguard. Yeah, we need to do what? Either 67 block, which is a lot of block, or deal 96 damage to it. And we can just do 20 block with that. And this is going to be... oh, we can just put a bunch of skills on top of our thing. Let's get another good skill here. This one's okay. 40 block, there we go. It's a bit difficult to block for this much, but it's doable. Ish. Okay, so I'll play the top two cards. I'm gonna do some damage. Yeah, I mean, we did a bit. 5. Yeah, I want a Morning Mist if I can. Try to manipulate this further. Also, if we keep drawing, we'll keep activating Sundial. Q on top, and I guess that as well. Just haven't been able to activate it anymore. And this, like, sort of like Shield's Dessert is helping. Scry 5. This isn't quite good enough. There we go. Okay. Neato. So we get an upgraded card reward, and is it a rare or upgraded card because of that? I can't remember. So what do we pick here? I wanted No Game No Life, I said last time, right? But Elsword also has a really nice one, nice power to pick up. No Game No Life a shield though. Let's look at Elsword, see if we can pick the power up. No, you can't. It's just a regular card. Like what? Should I skip this? I should take a second chunk. I don't know. I think I want a second chunk. I think I've got enough. I mean this, right? Victory was mine once again. Well, I mean that was disappointing. We just got a regular card, because that's a bit. I mean, this is supposed to be a rare upgraded card. We just did all that trouble for that, and we just got a regular card. That seems a bit like, right? This event interacted with our missing piece, and we got an improved quote-unquote card reward that was actually worse than the reward we were getting, because of the way that the animator likes to overrule other mods sometimes. So, I mean, that wasn't very nice. Oh, bright. So bright, suddenly. Okay, so this is gains block equal number of relics you have. We haven't got that many though. Just weaken it, or take away its thing, I suppose. Exhaust that. Okay. Oh, we got a taboo card. What do we taboo? Oh no, just defend, I guess. Of course we draw another taboo, but thankfully we got this. So we get to keep our taboo. It's got barricade, so oh, it's actually healing for a lot. That might be a problem. So let me just create another taboo, and then use that taboo to taboo our Ferret. Yeah, that's fair and balanced. Right. Just sort of weaken it and hit it a bunch. We didn't get to play Boros, but we did get to get, you know, regen for that. Well, that's okay. Let me just exhaust you. Oh wow, we get to create like a Megumin or Krull. Why can we create Krull? This in my mind is a big problem. And the reason why is because we made some mistakes in previous fights. We should have, and could have, perhaps, although with all the random damage in this deck it's incredibly hard to do, try to stall the fight for as long as possible, like, you know, 50 additional turns. Spend half an hour trying to get Krull Tepes from Riku in order to get the Blood Vial. Riku should not be able to do this, right? In the regular game, any card that can generate cards, even at random, or, you know, things like Discovery, you can never gain a card that either heals you or gives you some kind of permanent benefit. Right? With Krull does, because it gives you a relic. It gives you a Blood Vial, which is permanent and permanently added to your stack. I mean, it's still the best choice here, but not because we can get the relic, because it's not an elite. But if it was, right, just imagine that this is an elite for a second, then you get into this situation where you're forced to do something very, very tedious, essentially, is the problem with this. Okay, let's just get that gold. And I think I want the 12 lock. Yeah, I'll use that one use card, because okay, it's sort of being annoying. We'll just play like a bajillion Soras, which should be able to just... I don't know how much damage this is going to deal because this is incredibly random, but I think that it'll be enough. Yeah, okay, good. Oh, fruit juice, nice. I think I want to get this thing because it has 2 max HP on it. Yeah, I mean that's enough of a motivation to pick that card, I think. So that is also a bit problematic, right? The max HP on the reward there, like, it's a bit much, right? It makes me not read the card because it's not relevant. Let's get that instead. I'll play it twice on the Dawn Sword, I suppose. I'm taking a bit of damage because of this. 14. Ugh, that hurts a bit. Dawnlight and Dustbreaker. So they're against 12 strength. Oh wow. They're sort of like switching around, aren't they? Yeah. I'll just taboo our Shinoa, which should be able to just prevent most of the damage here. And we still get to play that twice because of... Oh, what happens if we have a taboo and what's it? Boros. Do we get it 4 times? Like twice per taboo? Which would be stupidly good? Or would it be 3 times? Which would still be very good. I want to know. Interesting to know. So how many copies do we get if we get to taboo up another power? Do we have another power? We can use the Shooting Star, right? If we pick Shooting Star and taboo, I can use that to give ourselves a power. And just, let's find out. Let's do some science, right? Let's do some science together. Let's just try to... Oh, well, that's not what I wanted. Let's discard it. I can't really play it on anything useful. Yeah, that's what I didn't want to do. Can I just wait? Oh, we can't really... I guess we'll not do the science then. This is fine. Alright, we can just sort of like here I could try to taboo and stuff, and I could try to generate with Riku and try to get ourselves, you know, permanent benefits or something. Oh yeah, we also got 2 max HP at some point, right, from Riku. Let's drink that in order to pick up a potion. Oh, there we go. But it's up against you. Ooh, it's a difficult choice. Shinya is really good for us. We'll pick up the Shiro. I want one. It's rarer. Yeah, I want Hiragi too, but Hiragi's less rare. It's uncommon. Maybe we'll find one. Okay, this is a scary enemy. Let's taboo something. We want to sort of... Can I just start with Moros here? So we have that in our thing. Right, we have our powers duplicated at this point already. Which we can get... Ooh, now I want to know. How many copies of Ferret will we get? Alright, we've got 3 copies and then 4 or 6. How many do we get? 3, 4. Okay, 4. That's fair. I mean, yeah. We can get ourselves one of those, but I think I'd rather get... Look at that, a Shido. Upgrade all the cards in your hand. Seems good. Gain 2 int. We went to permanent benefits, and it's quite tanky. Shido. Twice, actually. Let's get an artifact charge as well. And start stealing lots of HP from it. We don't have any more energy. So I'll get you because you exhaust and come back once in a while. Which, you know, that would be quite good for a deck that steals HHP from the enemy every time we do anything that exhausts. Yeah, that seems fair. Fair and balanced, I say, right? So I want to synergize with that ideally. So I'll start with you. Because we'll put a weak on, which is really good for us. When exhausted at demon form. Yes, I'd like a demon form. I also like to block most of his damage. Like, he's only dealing 20 at this point. He will never be able to do anything. Like, literally, he won't. Like, I will kill myself before he will because we have 200. We will take 1/3 of the damage, thank you very much. That seems like a reasonable... This seems like a reasonable situation. And look! I got another Flanned. Let's do this like 6 times or something. Yeah. You got... Let's pick this up. Riku has been ridiculous. Let's get more of him. Do I want this fear potion? No, I prefer skill and draw. We have to go left here. Gotta be very careful. Okay, this is another one of those fights where... Like, we should have had more health, really. It's a really cool fight, but she has a little bit too little health to be able to see most of it. It's a bit slower than it's got really cool music, by the way. All these fights do. It's a bit slower than the Reptomancer fight, which is sort of most similar to. It's got a jawworm and a bird associated with it. I mean, I'm just calling that a bird, but it's an eagle. They are dealing 16 and 17 actually. That first turn is nasty. We should be able to outscale it. I will use a skill potion here and see if we can get anything that gets us a little block. Not really. I guess both of those are 9 block. No, which is better. We already have a Kuron, so maybe I'm like, man, maybe we can scale with that a bit. Do we have another martial artist? We'd have to pick him. Let's just weaken them all. Put them at 19 more. I think they tried to kill this bird, but we seem to have some trouble with it. I can exhaust that to draw 2 additional cards. That seems good. We can choose one of these. We'll do that. Maybe we don't get to... Let's just... We have to play a Chung for free. Like, as long as we can get to... Double L-Sword, lobby. I mean, that might be... Yeah, maybe we have to do it, probably. We'll be able to start scaling. Okay. Oh, wait, we have... No, it doesn't. Wait. Wait, what? Hold on. That is something I don't like. Like, why? We had an artifact charge there, I believe. Yeah, we did. Like, I'm kind of sure we did. Like, yeah, we exhausted the Kuron just now. That gave us an artifact charge. We had Lobby's effect at the start of each turn, gain 2 constricted. That should be a debuff, right? I don't care that the card would be too good. Right? Just lower the number on the card then. Don't break the rules of the game. Right? That's like completely counter to how every other card that works that way works. And it's like one singular exception in this enormously complicated character with like 200 cards in it. Why? Right? Why would you do that? No. Right? You get burned by those exceptions all the time. It's not funny. I mean, I could use this to... I'd rather keep it so I can get another taboo next go through the deck. Because we're going to be here for the long haul. Oh wow, we make it -1 cost again. What? Bugs. Okay, we the bird's dead next turn, right? Jawworm's like... We're having trouble killing it. Okay, so we can get like 3 copies of Shiro. That should count for something, right? Oh wow, 50 damage. Oh right, she takes 50 damage every time you kill one of her ads, which is like unnecessary too, right? She could just take no damage when you kill her at one of her ads, I think. That would be like neater, actually. Yeah, you could just focus on her instead, but I mean, that's fair. Do I want to? I don't want to do 2 of that. I'll take more stats, to be honest, really. And this is irrelevant. Is this relevant? Not really. Just do some damage. I'm more interested in sort of like... yeah, we'll play that. Not to... music just looped. Kind of noticeably looped, actually. So we can't exhaust anything. No. I mean, I could exhaust, I could defend, or a good shooter action. There you go. Neat. I mean, I could have exhausted like Lander, played it twice, but I don't think it's super important here. It looks like I want to play Sloth. Also, we have like 9 energy or something every turn because we have 5 copies of Shion. We have infinite energy. Like, this deck would really appreciate a Dead Branch, then it would be really ridiculous, but alright. Can't have everything you want. I mean, we can Shooting Star for 4 of a kind. Maybe we want to like... Oh, we can only play 1. Can we discard this then, some way? It didn't count. I mean, it's random and common should do. Oh, let's get Togame. Got more cards. Cycle a card wearing a stance. I'm gonna channel a orb to do 20 damage. And then maybe Sora is the next play here. See what we get. Cycle 3 cards, perfect. I think we'll just start dealing damage. We have a lot of block. And upgrade all the cards. Cycle 3 cards. I don't think we need all this block stuff. Do we? Well, yeah, we have letter opener. Yeah. It's a vulnerable I order, but it's dead anyway. It doesn't matter. We got there. We got this. Also, we got meat on the bone for this. Nice. Okay, so do I want No Game No Life again? We have our Shido. We have our Sora. Like, that's the one I was looking for. Do we want Owani no Serafu? I could get a second copy of Fairy Bathroom. That would be like the best thing. I could also get a second copy of Shido. It wouldn't be bad either. Does Shido add Sora? Yeah, it does. Kind of neat. So either way would be good. They're just hoping for those rares now, right? Grab set off. See, there we go. Click it. Alright. Click the card. Let's get the ruby key here. It's a good opportunity for it. So we have to take a curse here, unfortunately. So, oh. What do you think? Would you rather conquer others with words or weapons? I would rather conquer others with words, or sorry, weapons this run, because we have 2 defense that I'd like to remove. Thank you. Nice event this. You would agree with my sister. I expect as much from a denizen from this impure planet. Well, yeah, but you're going to be disappointed in me anyway, right? No matter which answer I give you. Yeah. You are that kind of person. Oh, no shuriken for me. Though there's a bunch of relics that got removed for some reason. There's no real reason to remove them. Alright. So what did I just find out about that was kind of a silly interaction? Yeah, the artifact with Labi. It should burn the gain constricted every turn effect. Just because that's in general reasonable. No way to synergize this. So I'll just play it. Just hard play. Look at that. We just did that. Unfortunately, it of course hit the wrong things. So we're going to take 22. Ouch. That's painful, but we do get 7 energy. 20? Could you stop, please? I don't want to die to this silly crab. Like, we're going to die to a giant crab, and I don't want to die to a giant crab. Thank you. Like, stop it. Like, just a second here. Order? No, it doesn't matter. We still have more block than he does damage. Okay, stops hitting that so hard. We do get sloth, but I don't want to draw too much. You know what? Let's exhaust the sloth. It seems like a better idea. Just no, whatever. I just want to do it until we get the. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna draw a card next turn, and I get to play that for no good reason. I mean, I could get closer to letter opener, right? But we don't have it. Okay, we get to play 4 something copies of Ferid, so we should have like a ton of temp HP at this point. Should allow us to just keep going here. And that's just Yuko the Yuichiro, which would be really good. We get to choose Higaki Mie here, which will apparently scream at me. It'll trigger a thing and then apply a vulnerable. Okay. I mean, you know. You do you. You never know what that card is going to do. Who knows, right? It typically is ridiculously good though. Oh look, we can do an additional 5 copies of this. Yes, I would like to have 9 copies of this. Seems fair, right? Because now I gain 18 temporary HP every time I play it or exhaust a card. So, you know, just normal things. Also, this does something when you exhaust it. No, it did nothing. Well, I mean, sometimes it does nothing instead, but it doesn't matter. We have 62 temp HP. It will not be able to harm us at this point anymore. Yeah, I can... I guess I can... I guess I can do this if I want to and just drain 18 HP from it. Right. Oh, look, another copy. Yeah, I would like another copy of that. That seems fair and balanced. So now we have... what? 3 copies of Fetid? I'd like another Shido. Okay, so I can... taboo the Ferret, or we can play Boros. Boros would be the long term. Oh, we got really lucky. You can do both. This is going to be very silly. And very much fun. Yeah, deal with it. Also, get hit by Letter Opener for another 5 damage. And saying goodnight, because it's going to hit us for 21 damage. Well, that's cute. Let's just, like, do that. And then that. And look, we get to play a Sora. Okay, so we want to defend. We have 6 more block in the hand, so we're at 12 block at this point. Still 21. So 17, 24, we're there. And then I guess I gain some strength. Right, do you want to play this? No, not necessarily. We get to also take 14 health with our Sender's Bane. The Sender's Bane seems to be a good card. Also, we got a Shooting Star, which will allow me to take another 4 of a kind, which... yes! More! We have 20. Do we have another one? We have more 4 of a kinds. We don't have more powers though. That's fine. We've got this under control at this point, right? So, like, at this point we want to start doing some damage, I suppose? This doesn't do anything, right? I guess we'll exhaust this Sloth though. Yeah, it just took us 20 HP from... Hey, look, we can exhaust the card again. Take another 20. Yeah, I got 85 temp HP. Seems reasonable. So 17, deal on 7. Does that? And it does nothing. So throw it down just for the hell of it. Got a Letter Opener. I shouldn't forget that. We also got this 5 damage that's stacking every turn. Also, for some reason, she's got a mustache. Mustache curl? It sort of looked like some kind of weird contraption. Like it's a sheep robot thing with wings. And I don't know what that thing is. It's a mess. So this limited effect hasn't applied yet, so I could taboo the Riku and exhaust a bunch of things and deal... Like, how much damage are we gonna deal? Like 100 damage? I think that's like a strong thing to do. Right? Like we can do that, exhaust you, put something in our hand, right? Any exhaust effects? Oh, not yet. We can exhaust you to put Sudomon in the deck. Oh, we could get a Steph, which would be... Let's exhaust you so we gain some support damage. Put Benimana in our hand. And we get to exhaust another card. I mean, we can exhaust the Shame. And take a curse that doesn't do that much bad stuff. I can exhaust his Jibril. At that point, it's dead. Oh, look, we have a bird face turn! It's like, that wasn't necessary here, but I'll take it. Let me add some draw to this deck. Which one do we want? Ara or Hughes? So Hughes is going to draw us like 4 cards or so. Is this? Not necessarily if we're at the start of the fight, right? That's the scary part. Let's get mice. Like, we want to get stuff to deal with the heart. I guess a flex potion is pretty good. We have artifact sources, you remember? Artifact sources will help. Which ones do I want? I think I want to upgrade these things. Or maybe this, because it's then free and won't be targeted by things like Ferret. We'll upgrade the ferrets just to draw more things. Right, adding more draw to the deck is, you know, sort of like our priority. This is a big scary plant. I have no idea what it's going to do. Let's draw a bunch. Because we didn't have any of the really powerful things this deck can do. We still don't have any of the really powerful things this deck can do. Yeah, when exhausted has a very small effect. Can we somehow get Shido into play here? Without having to hard play it? I think we have to hard play it. We can sink twice, but yeah, we'll just hard play this. I guess we do 7 more damage. Yeah, we only get 6 energy at this fight, which is like only 6. So let's add a taboo to our hand because we don't have one. I want to taboo that because it's 2 triggers of a power. And we should be able to gain 7 additional block from that. Oh, I'm a fool. I should have... I don't think it matters because our card plays are pretty much fixed here. We want to just put out a bunch of block because otherwise we die from this flower. Like I would like not to die from a flower. Let's just Riku here and exhaust that, gain the Sudomato. We don't have an exhaust effect on this, right? Yeah. We'll get a Bienfu. Which, yeah, allows us to draw more stuff. That's actually pretty nice. Okay. So... I want this because it has a when exhausted effect on it. Let's trigger that. And then, I guess we take this, finally. Which then... Oh my god, why did it do that? I shouldn't have done that. That card can do a ton of things and it just... Like, we just threw away 2 taboos. Which, you know, that feels rough. I mean, we do get to drain, like, 12 HP from it for that, but... It's not what I want to do in particular. Let's just play a bunch of prides. Which should give it 12 drain a turn. Exhaust the sloth, giving us more. And like another Riku actually. Riku being able to create itself is kind of funky. More defense, yes. Okay, so it's what the hell is it doing? It's giving us frail, weakened, and vulnerable, as well as glitter, taking 10 damage a turn, as well as constricted. So we're taking 20 damage. We're frail, weakened, and vulnerable, and it's hitting us for 24. That's a pretty nasty turn. Thankfully, we have a ridiculously powerful deck, so we don't have to worry about much. I think we can just basically kill this thing. At this point, I think it basically cannot harm me. I can continue to boost though first to... So this discards 2 cards, so it should be played last. I want to keep this actually. I think it's fine to keep that. I can upgrade it even. Although it's only 1 more block if I upgrade it. Gain 2, that should gain us a couple more points. I could motivate even. I think we'll apply some vulnerable though. Yeah, we take a little bit of damage, but we have all this temp HP, which is fine. There's some way of dealing with it. Start with that demon form thing we've got going, and play this card, which does a thing. We now have a Bane. Why do I have a Bane in this deck? I don't. Just ask her. I don't know. Oh, that does work. Neat. Okay, I didn't know that was going to work. What happens when I exhaust Bane? Oh, I get more silent cards. Neat. We can, like, play this to lower its strength and get more temp HP. Yeah, so we don't block. Right, Animator is not good at blocking, but we are very good at shenanigans. Oh, liquid memories. I think I want to take that over Swift Pot. Not necessarily, I think. Oh, look, damage. Do we need that? Like, realistically, are we going to need that? Or, like, are we going to be able to scale enough to beat the heart? That's the real question, right? Because so far, we've not fought anything that's that much HP. Like we can get like 10 copies of Ferrid, which gives us 20 HP drain per exhausted card. But we have maybe like 10 or 15 cards that will exhaust over the course of the battle. So you're looking at 15 times 20, like 300, 400 damage there. But we do have some attacks, and we do have a demon form. No, we're fine. We don't need this, but it's fun. And it will work, and we will not have to worry about the bird. Because we're playing Gensokyo. So we'll just pick it. Neat, right? One more event? Why not, right? Also, we have 700 gold, so this could be a store. Disaster will soon befall you. A sudden portent of doom. Well, I could lose all my health for a rare relic. Yeah, so I don't think I want a rare relic for that much HP. I mean, we do have a bird face turn though. Am I willing to risk that? Like, we will regain our HP pretty fast, but if there is a boss that deals a bunch of damage against us in turn 1, if that is this boss, we are dead. We will just be plain dead. Oh, you only live once, right? Oh, you get to choose? Oh, wow. Then give me 14 max HP, I think. This is neat and all, but like what we want is health. Start each combat with 1 strength. I didn't know you get to choose. Then rare was the right choice, right? I mean, Dead Branch would have just completely wrecked the heart. So, yeah, this was the right choice. Okay. No, for next time. You get to choose one of 3 rare relics. That's really neat. It's a really strong event. Like, we're now suddenly have a normal amount of max HP again. Also, you know, we get meat on the bone activating every time, so... Okay, so I get to improve one of these cards if I want to. I could improve this, but I think I might want to hit one of the taboos at this point. If we hit 2 of the taboos, we'll be very likely to keep our taboos. Okay. This is a new fight. Apparently it's Yuko, the princess of the Netherworld. Okay. Also, you know, epic music coming in right here. Which, you know, there's 2 spirits. At the start of his turn, loses 2 HP and then reduce poison by 1. Means abandon combat without their leader. Okay. At the end of combat, gain 41 max HP. Wait. She just kind of took away 2/3 of my health. Okay. Wait, this is complicated here. Hold on a second. Whenever you receive unblocked attack damage. So whenever she hits us, okay. We lose max HP, but only this combat. It cannot go below 1. At the start of combat, your max HP is reduced to your current HP for this combat. Okay, so because our current HP is 22, we are reduced to 22 HP. But it's only for this combat, so it's not permanent, thankfully. Whew, that would have been nasty. What was permanent? Just like chop away most of your HP. We kind of like, we still have another act to go. Or 2 if we so desire to go for Act 5, but I don't think so. I don't really like Act 5. Yeah, maybe we should try it once in a while, but not this time. This time we're going for the heart. Because this ridiculousness wants to face the heart. I want to use all these relics and things I got. It's a lot of fun. Like, half the deck depends on these relics and things. I mean, to be honest, like, 4 of a kind is like a good way to deal with Act 5. To be entirely honest. Right? It's a broken card, a broken effect. It's the same as apparitions, right? If you get apparitions and all those things, then Act 5 becomes easier. Like, some things, that's the thing with Act 5. It takes away all your relics, so, you know, events that put things in your deck are really good. Events that give you relics or health or everything else are useless, basically, almost. Which is sort of, it just feels bad. You get that, right? It would be better if the rewards in the act were just not as ridiculously powerful and you just played with your regular relics. I mean, that boss is super hard already, so it doesn't really... Well, whatever. So, what do we get to do here, right? If I play Sora, I get to draw Shido, which I can then probably hit with Archer, especially if I reactive armor first. I will use this up, but I think it's worth it. Just to get Shido out of here? Or maybe I don't want to hit Shido, because if I hit Shido now, I only get 1 energy. And I could gain more. And that might be good. Let's just play the Archer and take it a little slow. Maybe we'll play the 2 card to draw a card. And then leave Shido to draw another card. Okay, that's... I'll play this 1 fitted. Get things started. I'll play this Riku to channel you out of here. Apparently that can happen. Randomly boost 3 times. Add Charlotte. Unplayable unless you play the Grief Seed. Seems kind of bad. Cute though. Incredibly cute art, but... Discard 2 cards. Add Black Lotus and Exhaust. This takes an energy though, which... Oh, we do have that actually. That's fine. We can discard these 2 because we're not really super intending to play them. And then we can play the Archer, which should reduce Black Lotus to 0. And then we can do this to get a blur. And then we can play this and try to get some... Well, that does pull the Shido, but I don't really mind. Because we want to sort of like gain some HP and block on other things. So Archer's doing some things. Lovely day for death, isn't it? Ooh. What? If it's exhausted, lose 2 max HP? Well, I mean, that's scary. Can we go below 0 with that? Reduce your max HP by 7. Ooh, what? Let's try to kill as many... Oh, interesting that Yomu's card actually is super good here, right? It's kind of neat. So, like, that... So, I wonder what happens when we reach the end. I would imagine reflowering. So, for those who don't know Toho, right? Yuko is final boss of the 7th game? Is that correct? Yeah. And her final move is that, unlike a regular stage 6 boss, she has, like, it's just a really... Stage 6 boss, they always have, like, this epic spell card at the end. But Yuko, the music stops. You think you've won for about 10 seconds, and then it restarts. Even more intense, and you get another spell card, right? It kind of comes out of nowhere, which is, you know, kind of a spoiler, I guess, if you're ever intending to play Toho. Yeah. So I'd imagine, right, that... I mean, I don't know this boss fight yet, but I'd imagine that's what's going to happen. So I could do this, and we draw 4. We're very likely to draw into a taboo, and if we do, we can't play it with a Fetid, which is sort of like... That's our win condition, right? Playing taboos with Ferid. So instead we'll just discard the both of them and just sort of
be like, yeah, hit me. Also, these are gonna drain my max HP now. I don't. Can we just play Crowley twice here? Yeah, that works. I mean, we killed one of them. One of the curses. I thought, can we like kill the other one too? I don't want to lose max HP. That seems really bad. Next turn, draw an additional card. Sure. We have very few taboos played yet. Well, there are the... Why do I always draw all of them at the same hand? Such an annoying thing to happen every time. Yeah, I want this. I have a lot of random damage, so... Okay. So, I should maybe want to keep that. Do I? I think I do. Oh, there it goes. Okay, he's taking it away from my temp HP, not from my max HP, which is really nice. Reduce your max HP by 14. Like, these things can just very quickly kill you with a regular deck. This is a scary fight. Like, obviously not for us, because we can just sort of just ignore the fact that they're taking away max HP, because we have temp HP to stop that. Which is kind of neat, I suppose, here. Oh, look, what do I want to do here? That does reduce its damage a bit. I think we'll just do that. There's a lot of block and things, but we'll only draw 2 cards. One of them's Riku. Why don't I keep this shooting star in my deck? Like, ideally we try to draw the things together we want to draw together. We'll start with drawing, and then I guess we'll start trying to take something useful. Oh, I can add a Necronomic Curse to my deck. I don't want to do that. I'll just add Doubt instead. We'll just become weak. Does this do anything? I don't think it helps against the health drain, so we won't. I can get a Cyrano. I think we'll get Nonon to cycle these curses. Yeah. The butterfly will drain itself. I don't like the fact that I have the shooting star still, but yeah, I don't want to use it yet. We'll hopefully be able to use it for something better. Okay, so this is very likely to pull things. Yep. Alright. Well. No, she's not doing it yet. Does it happen when her HP reaches 0? She only has 350, which is very low for an Act 3 boss. Yeah, our deck is kind of low on damage as well, which is why things go kind of slowly. It's also pretty difficult to play. And also we drew really badly. Drawing Ferid on the same turn as all our taboos is kind of like exactly what we don't want to happen. Just discard these butterflies. Can we like motivate Arshido, please? That would be very nice. Let's just start hitting her. No? Okay, well, we'll just hit her some more. Yeah, we'll take the 2 damage, it's fine. So, let's do that. Get our demon form in the deck at the very least. Where is she? Where the hell are he? This thing. Right, Suramani, that's what I want. That. And then the butterflies will drain more health than we have. Should take 14. I'll just sort of continuously hit her. More butterflies, which is fine. I mean, I guess I'll play this at this point. Okay. Oh. Wait. Is that it? That's a bit disappointing. I was expecting a resurrection butterfly at some point, and it just didn't happen. Like I'm expecting, like, you know, when you kill her, she comes back and with a ridiculous, like, she's gonna be in the middle of this thing and do some ridiculously powerful attack. Well, this one's there. So what she does? Well, we get Flanned versus Flanned. She hits very hard, and whenever she attacks the same target twice, she deals 100% more damage. So this is not 34. This is 51. You get Remy to help you, but Remy's not very tanky, so you kind of want to take a hit for her. Now, this is also with spell card rules, so you get to move up and down and things. So, like, if we play a skill, we move up. If we're playing attack, we move down. So you can, for example, play a couple copies of Mitsuba here. Right? But I'd rather play a couple copies of Riku. But that does mean, you know, she gets to hit me, so I won't just do that like that. If I exhaust this, will we die? We're quite likely to die, actually. But we got pride, so we can always pride if we happen to misroll. So I could just do this, for example. Or pride. Right? Pride will give us 24 block. Oh, she's doing 34, so maybe not, right? Or 51, actually. Ooh, yeah, maybe not. Let's not. We lose another 4 of a kind. Of course we do. We have 40 cards in this deck, and we keep drawing them at the wrong time. So here's a little problem. She's going to hit us for 120. Yeah. And Remy won't help us because she's selfish, I guess. So we gotta, like... This is kind of rude. Turn to 120. Or, no, wait. She's gonna hit Remy, right? Because Remy has 4 stacks of Doom and we don't. So actually we want to go into her face. Oh yeah, actually Doom is not... Huh. 100% more damage when it consecutively. So it's not still linear. So I told them about this being linear is kind of like not good enough probably, but it's fine. It should probably be exponential. It's fine. She's got 700 health though, so she's pretty tanky. We'll probably have a pretty hard time with it, I would imagine. We should try to move up. Because we want to protect Remy at this point. So we want to have her deal less damage. One way of doing that is lobby. It's a very good way of doing that, actually, in this fight. In general. Now we can move, try to move up soon. So I did that to get a synergy. Now, just checking how much damage she deals. 21. Which is fine, right? We can deal that. Another 2. We'll do that to heal 2 more. We'll play you to draw another card, and we'll play the Kuzan. There we go. We've basically got this nearly blocked. And now the Doom disappears from Remy. So now Remy can tank an additional 2 hits. Right? She's only hitting for 33. However, if we were to take that hit, because we have 2 stacks of Doom, we would have to take 66. Which, you know, yeah, it's not ideal. So we want to play a bunch of skills, ideally, here. Which is fine, because that's what I'm intending to do anyway. Let's just get the Sonic. Play you. motivate, get Shido, it'd be great. Just gain all of the buffs and permanent effects and armor and things. We actually triggered if we can draw even if I want to. I can play Crowley, which will hit her, and then play Chung and get back up. Although, yeah, Remy's pretty thick. She's got she can protect 2 spots for you. Only if you go, in the one wrong place is when she won't protect you. Now she won't protect you forever because she does not drain health with her attacks. She's not actually a vampire. She's sort of half of a vampire, I guess. I don't know. Let's do this first. So yeah, now we take a hit again, right? I don't want to do the sloth. This is actually a pretty easy fight if you know what you're doing. Kind of. I mean, that's true for most fights. So I want to play this one and not the other one. And then, let's get our money combo going. So we have 4 stacks of Doom, so I want Renmi to be the tank here. Do I want these back in the deck? I might. Yeah, I might. If I do that, will she hit me? Like straight through the middle? I think she would, right? I'd have to play a skill. So we'll just end turn. So we lose a couple of our Doom stacks here. We could have Remy die. If we try to tank her hit, we'd have to tank. What is he doing? How much Doom does Remy have actually on her? Is that Remy's Doom or our Doom? Remy has Doom, right? Yeah, we don't. So we can tank this. We'll only take 25-ish. So it should play an attack last to move down, basically. Is the idea. I think I can just exhaust this. We get another rare, which is really fun. It's called deal 0 damage and purge up on use. That's neat. Play a random skill. Yeah, that could be a very good one actually. I get another one of these. You saw us play this card. I mean, okay, but we just do that. We get a Ara, which is exactly the one I want. Ooh, excellent. We can overload Ferret. Also, yeah, that does hit us. Great. Discard. What do we discard here? I have open discard against 6 block. Yeah, of course we discard that. Then I'm a fool. So we can taboo this, which gives us like 4 copies of it or something. Yeah. And I can play that. I can play Chung, and then Alexander, and then we can tank a hit. You can do it, Remy. I believe in you. With your 3 health. I mean, maybe. Right. I mean, we can take this probably. It's only 48. I mean, we can keep her alive. That would be kind of cool. Unfortunately, there's no achievement for that. It would be cool if there was, but there isn't. I can Michaela that. Yeah, we get to exhaust it. She's hitting us for what, 36? Nah, that's fine. Let's hit back. Very hard and very fast. Alright, something like that. 36 to 45, yeah. Okay, we'll take the hit. Okay, she gets to do a power instead. So now we get to attack, I think. Let's get money. Right. We're going to play it taboo once. Whoops. Then you get exhausted. Another 14 is fine. Oh, she's healing. Oh, neat. Okay. Like to fight longer. Okay, interesting. Can we try to hit this somehow? I don't know if we can. Like, how many stacks of... Wait, how many stacks of this stuff do we have at this point? Ooh, 300% more. We would take a lot of damage, don't we? I think Remy has to take this for us. Because we can't take this. I don't think, no. No, we can't take that. Can we take it with pride? Maybe. I mean... We could find out. Are you ready to find out? Yeah, we can't take that. we can't. That's too much. Okay. Sorry, Remy. We can't take that. No. I'm willing to risk that. I'm not willing to risk that. I mean, you could move up with that. I mean, how much block do we have, right? Hold on a second. We have 13, 26 here. Another 42. 62, 68. 68 and 43 is what? 108, 111, 120. You have 120. She's dealing less because we do have magic armor. How does magic armor interact with Flanned's multiplier? How much did she do? We saw it previously. It was like 108 or something. We have 120 block-ish. We can have Remy stay alive this turn. Which might be important because, remember, like if Remy stays alive, she can tank a hit later and we get an additional turn against Flanned. I think we should tank this hit. We should also try to weaken her because she hits like a truck right now. So yeah, as well as every little point of block we can get. Yeah, it's only 85. It's fine, it's only 85. The damage numbers in this fight can get pretty huge. Okay, so right now we have how many stacks of Doom? 8. So, like, it would be neat, right, if this was exponential, right? If the Doom went to 100, 200, 400, 800, 1600, right? Because it is reasonably possible for some really strong decks to just scale past Flanned, which, I mean, that doesn't feel right. So, right here, we gotta play skills. And not attacks, because we play attacks, we move down, right? But I don't want to do this. I guess we want to play Pikachu. I'll just keep stacking our debuffs. Unfortunately, Remy will have to tank this one for us. There's no real way not to. Let's keep draining her health. And I guess I'll gain 2 strength. We had 5 more max HP. We need the block. And I guess we'll apply 2 weak. I guess that one wasn't very good effect. Okay. Okay. Remy's gone. You can't stop me, sister. Oh, we get to keep our 8 stacks of Doom. What? Now that's a problem. Now there's your problem. We're too slow. She's hitting for 107. It's a tiny amount of damage. Let's draw 3 cards. Discard that. I don't want to be frail. We can gain 6 more block here. How much are we at? 70, 84? We're close, right? We're fairly close. We're at 84. This puts it at 100 block. I think we can live this. Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. It's a 50, it's a 61, 100, exactly. So we just need 7 more and then we can live this. Look at that. We survive for another turn. Bonk. Wait. Oh, we had a... did I miss something here? Oh, at the very start of the fight, we played lobby. We had constricted on us, but we had so many debuffs on us that it overlapped hers and we couldn't see him. Or I missed one. Nah. I thought I had it. I thought I had it, but it was like, I believe like 5 damage off or something. Man. Neat fight. Yeah. I think it got made harder, which is neat, right? I think this one is the hardest of the 3 then, for now. The other one, the fight with, what's her face? What did we fight before this? Yuko? That was kind of pathetic. To be honest, right? Because you can't go below 1 max HP, so, well. Also, our temp HP kind of overruled. I thought we had it, though. I thought we had this. We're very close, right? Like, literally 2 HP close. I should have just used my flex potion and it would have been fine. But I mean, I didn't know that at the start, right? And at the end, I was too late at that point. I thought that our Doom would reset. It does not, right? We cannot reset our Doom. Doom is Doom, and if you, like, right? Remy can take a couple hits, but like you want to reset Remy's Doom, right? That's what you want to do, and that's what I aggressively did. But at the end, Flanned was hitting us for 100 anyway. Which is fair, right? I mean, this boss is all about scaling, so you got to hit harder. I think, though, that, you know, she's fair. This is reasonable. What we just had to do was be a little bit less reasonable than she was. Right? We just have to be a little bit more unreasonable, and then it works. Let's Gensokyo Animator for us. And take a little break, and then we're going to be back with some other game. And we'll play some Slipways, and we'll do something else, right? Yeah. I think it's going to be some Slipways today. Modded Slay the Spire, Animator, Gensokyo. We got Flanned. I got outmathed. That's fun. GG.